What is good, horror horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer back with another video for you, and as you can tell by the title of this video, this is another Horror Gamers random review. Now, the reason I say it's another because earlier this week I threw up a random review on the Blair Witch because I explained in the video that it was supposed to be a review of the Last of Us episode 3 on HBO Max, but your boy Horror Gamer's girl, Mrs. Horror Gamer, she's out of town on business for 2 weeks, so I'm not going to watch it without her because it's our show. So I figured instead of not throwing up any content, let's do two days this week of Horror Gamer's random review. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. So before we jump into the review, before I randomly reach back and your boy Horror Gamer picks a Blu-ray from his collection, just know that your boy Horror Gamer's reviews have, what is that? That's right, spoilers in them all day, every day. So if you haven't seen the movie I pick out, pause this, go check it out, come back, let me know in the comment section what you think, whether you love the movie, whether you hated the movie, whether it's one that you can live without, whether it's something that you can't live without. But just know, anything beyond this point is on you. So if I spoil something, I'm sorry, but you've been warned. Now, with all the disclaimers and all the niceties out of the way, let's go ahead and reach back and randomly pick a movie from your boy Horror Gamer's collection. So I'm going to close my eyes on this one. I'm going to reach back. I'm going to go, and we're going to pull, and we're going to just, I don't know. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have a good discussion on this one. This has to be the most controversial fucking movie of 2022, horror-wise. And what is that movie? You already know. Halloween Ends. Oh boy, does your boy Horror Gamer got some stuff to say about this. Alright, so before I jump into this, I'm going to throw out another disclaimer. Everything I say is my opinion, because I know this movie right here is a very touchy subject for a lot of fucking people. So whatever I say is my opinion. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry because it's my opinion. But I don't want to see any fucking rudeness. I don't want to see any "you're not a real fan" bullshit. I don't want to see any of that in the comments because those will be fucking blocked and I don't care. This movie caused a lot of fucking ruckus at the end of 2022, okay? Let's just say that. Now, with all that out of the way, I'm not going to put up with any of that bullshit. I don't want y'all fighting between each other. If you liked the movie, fine. If you didn't like the movie, that's fine. I actually made a video about this a couple days after it came out, but I decided not to put it up because it was a little passionate. So, and don't you know, your boy Horror Gamer fucking picks it on the random review. But, alright, with all that out of the way, like I said, I don't want y'all fighting between each other. If you liked it, that's fine. We can have healthy discussions. We can have healthy debates. But if it gets, you know, too ridiculous and people start becoming mean, I'm going to shut that shit down. Alright, now with all that out of the way, what did your boy Horror Gamer think of Halloween Ends? I enjoyed it. Okay, I know, unpopular opinion. I enjoyed this movie. Why did I enjoy this movie? It was something different. I get it. A lot of people hated it because Michael Myers was only in it for like 10 minutes and he has an apprentice and blah, blah, blah. Corey Cunningham, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I get that they went in a direction that people didn't like. That's completely understandable if you didn't like it. I liked it because it was something different. You know, people hated Halloween Kills, and that was almost 2 hours of Michael Myers destroying everybody. Okay? Michael Myers just going on a killing spree. People hated it. People hated this movie because Michael Myers didn't kill enough. I just don't understand the hate. Okay? This movie was one of them movies where they didn't go for gore. They went for story. They went for a closure. And yes, They closed the story of Halloween in this one. At least their timeline. They ended it. So basically, this movie's about... It's basically centered around Corey Cunningham and Laurie Strode's granddaughter, Alice, I think her name is. I forget. But it's basically a love story. But at the beginning of the movie, Corey Cunningham, he's babysitting this little asshole kid who's just a real dick. I mean, he pretends to be cool and everything, but as soon as his parents leave, he turns into a real asshole. And he thought it would be funny to lock Corey Cunningham in the attic and freak him out and stuff. And this is around the time that Michael Myers is still on the loose, and he's still a big thing in the people of Haddonfield's heads. So Corey Cunningham has in his head that Michael Myers could be in the attic with him. So he's freaking out and everything. And he kicks the fucking door. And when he kicks the attic door, at that time, the boy's opening the door to let him out. And simultaneously, he kicks the door as the kid's opening it, and it hits the kid. And the kid falls from like 3 or 4 stories to his death in front of his parents. That would be the most excruciating thing as a parent you can go through. Actually watching your kid fall to his death. So it was an accident, but the whole town of Haddonfield at this point damn near forgets about Michael Myers and then paints Corey as this child murderer and basically paints him Haddonfield's new Michael Myers. Like he's a child murderer, this, and this, and all this was an accident. And so throughout the movie, you know, the first act of the movie, you really feel bad for this kid because, you know, it was an accident. He didn't try it. A kid died and it was tragic. And it was tragic for him, but everybody treated him like a monster. Alice and Laurie were the only two who kind of didn't do that. Well, one day, you know, him and Alice are out at a bar, you know, having a good time or whatever. And the mom of the boy who he killed at the beginning is at the bar and she goes ballistic on him. You know, he leaves and then he gets accosted by these fucking 4 teenage cocksuckers, you know, that are just assholes, you know, that give him a hard time throughout the whole movie. And then they throw him over a bridge. Well, it's a bridge that Michael Myers is living under. So Michael Myers pulls him in and then basically, instead of killing him, it almost feels like Michael Myers teaches him the way, you know, like Michael Myers is Yoda and fucking, you know, Corey is fucking Luke, you know what I mean? Like he's teaching him the way of the Force, kind of, you know. But no, anyway, he almost becomes Michael Myers' apprentice. He brings somebody down for Michael Myers to kill. You know, him and Michael Myers tag team this doctor and his fucking squeeze, you know. And it's just basically the rest of the movie is Michael Myers teaching him the ways. But then there's a scene that is ridiculous, but it's funny, is when he needs Michael Myers' mask. So he goes in and he wrestles Michael Myers to the ground and puts his mask on. And then he goes and kills people as Michael Myers. Now, he's brutal with the kills. Like, he fucks people up. I'm not going to go into detail with how he kills some of these people. All I got to say is the DJ kill was fucking insane, bro. Like, whew. Anyways, so he puts his mask on. He kills these people, you know. He goes after Laurie, you know. Laurie ends up shooting him in the... Oh, no. Laurie ends up coming face to face with him. And then at the end of the movie, you know, he stabs himself and makes it look like Laurie attacked him. So when Alice walks in, she sees him laying on the ground bloody and, you know, basically to turn her against her grandma. And then comes Michael Myers, and then they have the big, climactic, epic final showdown. Could it have been longer? Absolutely. Was it good for what it was? Absolutely. That last fight sequence between Michael and Laurie, they beat each other's ass, bro. They whooped each other's ass. Now, we got to also remember, too, at the end of Halloween Kills, Michael Myers took an ass whipping. So in this movie... In this movie, he is not the same Michael Myers he was in Kills. He was beaten. He was hurt. Like, he was basically, the director even said, he basically went somewhere to die. He was that beat up. Okay? So, for him to have this big climactic fight with Laurie Strode at the end of the movie was just amazing. And then, yes, as we all know, they killed our boy. They killed Michael Myers at the very end. Unless he comes back as an evil cheeseburger, my man's ground chuck, bro. He's done. Laurie slits his wrist, cuts his throat, and then he's dead. And then to just make sure that there's no comeback, they take him to the fucking junkyard and throw him into a fucking car grinder. Yeah, he's ground chuck. This dude is done. So Halloween Ends is literally Halloween Ends. There's no more Michael Myers in this timeline. Now I know he'll be back later in another timeline, a couple years down the road. I was talking to a buddy of mine. I think now it's time. Michael Myers has ended. Now it's time we get some Jason back. And I think they're going to be bringing Jason back for a little while. Have him whoop some ass for a few years. Put him to sleep. Maybe bring back Freddy a couple years. Put him to sleep and then come back to Michael. So we'll see. But all in all, I really enjoyed Halloween Ends. I know this is a topic of just splitting up the horror nation, but it's okay to like the movie. It's okay not to like the movie. If you don't like it, you never have to watch it again. If you like it, continue to watch it. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Don't let anybody sit here and tell you that you're not a real fan of Halloween if you enjoyed it. Don't sit here and let anybody tell you you're not a real fan of Halloween if you didn't enjoy it. This movie was one of the most, like I said, controversial movies of the year because a lot of people were looking forward to it and it wasn't what they wanted. It was different. All around, it was a different movie. And I enjoyed the way they went with it. I enjoyed the differences. You know what I'm saying? So, if your boy Horror Gamer had to give this movie a rating, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I love that they brought it to a final. They brought it to a finale. They ended it. Michael Myers in this timeline is done. There's no coming back from it. But I can see where people didn't like it. But all in all, I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was a well-told story. The kills were amazing. I liked Darcy the Mail Girl's cameo in it. But yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed it. Not many people are going to say the same thing. But like I said, it is what it is. Everybody has their taste. I love the Halloween series. I grew up with it. And it doesn't make me any less of a fan because I like this one. Okay? So, Halloween Ends, 8 out of 10. I recommend you check it out. But you do what you do, okay? All right, Horror Horde. With all that being said, man. Whoo, this was a good one. But all right, with all that being said, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys. You guys are great. I missed you. I really hope that you guys are liking the content I'm putting out. I'm trying to stay true with it. Like I told you, I hope you guys are liking the new series, Horror Gamers Random Reviews. I'm enjoying it because it gives me something new and fresh to do. I love reviewing movies. I love sitting down talking movies. And randomly picking it's fun for me because it's almost like the lottery. You don't know what you're gonna get. You can get a banger or you can get a loser. You know what I'm saying? Because I got movies on here I don't like, and we'll get through them. Like I said, I got over 500 movies here, and I'm gonna get through some that I'd like and some that I hate. So, but all right, Horror Horde. With all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you guys, and until next time, this is your boy Horror Gamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.